Hi, my husband and I came because he was diagnosed with dementia 6.5 years ago. And traditional medicine offers nothing. We've been to the neurologists, we've done top of the line people, and they tell him to take vitamins and play on the computer, and that was all they could offer, which was not enough because he was becoming nonverbal and just withdrew and not the husband I knew. The other thing is he's diabetic, and we wanted to see if we could get his numbers down because there were times that his numbers were not good at all. So we came to visit Dr. Whitney, and here we are. So sweetie, why don't you tell about your diabetes numbers since about we were here 7 months ago?
Well, 7 months ago, my diabetes numbers, the glucose would go anywhere from, I had an all-time high of 200 and I think it was 17, and if I got down to 130 I was happy. Now my all-time low has been dropped down to 92, and if I really blow it on a day, it'll go up to 135.
But like today, we're on vacation, and he was 207 this morning. 107 this morning?
106.
106, which is a really good number for diabetes. So the diabetes is definitely coming down. He has this graph showing every day the waking diabetes numbers are going down, down, down. It's very, very visual.
Wonder what it would have been if I didn't have that medium frosty.
Yeah, if he hadn't had the frosty, he probably would have done better yesterday. But still, 107 is good, you know. The other thing is,
good.
He's verbal now. Okay, he's talking. He's getting along with people. Our kids and grandkids came to visit over Easter, and they saw a marked difference because Ernie's back to being Grandpa Ernie. He wasn't before. He was withdrawn and out of it. You know, he certainly couldn't write a check. He didn't keep up with anything on TV. He petted the dogs, and that was it. So now he's getting involved again with things. He is doing jewelry repair work for people who come to the house because their rings fell apart or their watch fell apart. He's doing things he couldn't do before, and that's only been 7 months. So we have high hopes here. We'll see how this all goes.
One thing I noticed back before I came here, I saw a doctor in San Francisco, and he had me do a heel-to-toe walk. I managed it without falling down. Barely.
And that's the way he normally walked. You need to realize that wasn't putting it on. That's the way he normally walked.
This was a heel-to-toe walk, and it was, the doctor kept saying, that's good, every time I didn't fall down. And I mean, it was every 2 or 3 steps. It was, that's good. So I figured the doc could test me again next time and I'd be better, because I'm going to practice this every night. And every night before I went to bed, it was heel to toe and I was wobbling. There were some minuscule improvements. I came here, got my first infusion. Mind you, I had just done the walk less than 3 days before I got the infusion. And I guess it was 2 or 3 days later, I was home doing the walk again. But I was sure-footed. I felt confident in this, and there was no wobbling. It was like a switch. And it stayed.
And the other thing besides the walk, which is dramatic, is that he had a series of strokes in his 30s, and he lost part of his smell and part of his taste. And that's starting to come back too. He can smell things I'm cooking now. Before, he had no idea what was going on. Same thing with taste. He tastes more now. So that's all involved in this whole brain healing itself thing. So we're very happy. Well, it's good that I can call them and ask questions. If I need, if I read something interesting, I will get in contact just to see what's going on. And he seems to know what's going on. I did a lot of research before we came here because we planned to go to Mexico where they're doing some of the brain healing medicines. But then the pandemic came and we didn't want to fly, certainly not out of country. And so I did a lot of research, and there are people who do stem cells a lot closer to where we live. We don't have to come a full day's drive to get here. But I prefer Dr. Whitney because I interviewed him actually over the phone. He didn't realize it, I guess. But I wanted to know what he was, what his background was, where he got his stem cells from. Did he actually know what he was talking about? This was important to me. If we're going to come all this way and spend all this money, we're going to make sure he knows. So we're very happy.